Alrighty, so on to the sixth and final matchup. This is the co-game of the week, co-main event, however you want to say it. It's featuring Jake and Chris. And I know you guys got a little side bet going on. If you guys end up watching it together, let me know because this is gonna be a good little matchup to watch with you guys. Anyway, starting off with Chris. Chris's team. Chris's team is, I believe, fourth in my power rankings. Um, Man, he's been winning, guys. He's been having favorable matchups. He hasn't ran into a wall yet as far as who he's playing against. So he's been winning. He's been doing his thing. And as far as his roster is concerned, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, excuse me, um, 1-2 matchup or 1-2 punch there that I like. Mixon coming back from injury is huge, and it's going to help out Stroud in that offense because they need a running game over there, man. They thrive off of that running game. I know everybody thinks that Houston just wants to throw the ball, but if they don't have a running game, they're not going to be good. And Mixon's a huge part of that. So I love Mixon there. Um, Garrett Wilson, like we spoke about with Aaron Rodgers earlier, they're just not on the same page, which is unfortunate because Garrett Wilson is supposed to be, top five, top 10, receiver, especially with Rodgers being healthy. But it just hasn't been that. It just hasn't been producing and just hasn't been. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know if this is his jersey. I don't know if you guys seen Garrett Wilson's jersey. It like hangs out. It just looks weird. Probably the reason why. But I like Brian Thomas Jr., BTJ. I'm a huge fan of his. He was also one of my sleepers that I liked coming into this year. He's a big threat, downfield threat. T-Law loves him over there, even though they're not doing anything in Jacksonville. He's one of the bright spots that Jacksonville has. And then Shakir. Shakir reminds me a lot of like a miniature version of St. Brown, a modifier of St. Brown. And I say that he's obviously doesn't have the talent as St. Brown, just the way he catches the ball, the way he bounces off of tacklers. He has sure hands. Like he's just a reliable receiver. Huge fan of his, and I like what they got going on over there. On the flip side, though, on Jake's squad, um, Geno Smith, man, I don't know about that. It looks like he got hit with the bye week bug as well this week. A huge fan of Jake Ferguson as a tight end and in real life. I think that obviously Dallas has no running game over there, and they want to feed the ball to CeeDee Lamb, but Jake Ferguson needs to be involved and has been involved lately. So I love that. JT, Jonathan Taylor, I don't know what his deal is. I know, like I said, the last matchup, as far as Trey Sermon, I read that he might have a little high ankle sprain, that he might not be in. So that's something to look out for, Jake. Just throwing that out there. Ayuk is just all that fucking diva. I need money. I need my money. I'm a top receiver.
Easy there.
Bro, what are we doing over there, Ayuk? And then you show up to practice in the wrong pant color and then you want to throw a tantrum. Bro, get your shit together. Anyway, I still like him though. I still like him. Purdy likes him. He still produces. It just I don't feel like I don't even think he is where he wants to be this year as far as production. So that's something to look out for there. Jake's Minnesota defense, obviously top defense in the league right now, in my opinion. So I love that matchup. This is gonna be a close one, guys. I think that Chris though gets the edge. I got 129, 118. What you got, Egan?
I'm shocked. Jake is favored.
Yeah. Why is he favored?
I I I think they have it as Taylor is expecting to play, but everything I'm reading is he's out at least a couple weeks, and not having St. Brown is an absolute killer.
Oh
It's
man,
just
that's gonna hurt him.
because you look at his wide receivers and Mooney's been very solid. Um,
They're playing against Tampa's
Sutton
defense though.
Sutton I wouldn't trust any Denver Bronco skill player to save my life. Um, and I actually do like starting Geno Smith over Mahomes. As crazy as that is to
I
But uh,
agree. I agree a little
G-
bit on that.
Geno Smith's been very, very good. He had over, I think he had 374 yards passing the other night.
That's a ballsy
Um,
move. Ballsy move.
but I mean, when I look at Jamario World, I mean, Burrow's been good for 2 weeks. Mixon, the week he did play, I mean, he played really well, and he balances out that offense really well. You get to McLaughlin, and it's the same story as Sutton. I don't trust any Denver Bronco to save my life. And Chase over, we don't even need to discuss Chase and
Yeah.
Sutton because that speaks for
Uh
itself.
huh.
And I got to think that eventually Garrett Wilson's going to break out. And I don't know if it'll be this week, but I mean, uh, there and Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, yes, you talked about Ayuk, and he has been what Ayuk has been. But Samsko has so many weapons, and so it's not like
Right. Right.
he's not going to be the guaranteed one or 1A from week to week. Brian Thomas has been very good. He's the clear number one in Jacksonville, even over Kirk.
Yep.
Um, I don't know if I agree with your Shakir and St. Brown comparison. Um, uh, Shakir's solid, but he's not. He's not even
Oh, he's nowhere near the talent level of St. Brown. I'm not. Yeah. I just like the way they play.
at Atwell is sneaky good. He's been sneaky good too. Um,
Tutu.
yeah, and I actually, as much as I love the Minnesota defense and the way they've been playing, it's hard to go against New England. Anyone going up against Miami these days. I just think the wide receiver gap is just going to be too much this week for Jake to overcome. I mean, like I said, if St. Brown were there, it changes things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big
But
time.
he's not. But he's not, and I just both teams are very solid. If they're both fully healthy, it would be a really hard one to choose. But I I just and tight end, I, Ferguson's very solid. I do like him. I don't even know if Njoku's going to play. I haven't read anything on him. Uh, I think it'll be close. But I just, like I said, just not having St. Brown and Sutton and Mooney versus Chase and Wilson. That's just that's a it's going to be tough to overcome. And I I don't think he's going to have Taylor. Also, that's another big thing.
That's huge.
And I don't see anybody on his bench right now that he could put in there. I mean, nobody he could put in there is going to be as good as Taylor, but he doesn't even really have he doesn't even have a running back on his bench. So, and I got to believe there's not great options on the waiver wire, and so he's not going to have Taylor or St. Brown. That's huge.
Huge.
And McLaughlin's been pretty solid for Denver.
Oh yeah. But I
I'd still
agree
be
with you though. No
starting.
skilled players over there. I'm not. I'm not touching none of them.
I just think this is one of those matches where the bye
Yep.
really hurts Jake.
Yep. I agree.
And I've got Jamario World winning. I'll say 121 to 111. And
Alrighty. So Egan's down for 121, 111 for Chris, and I am down 129 to 118 for Chris. So that's it, guys. Keep up the good work, man. I love the activity. I love what we got going on here. Let's keep up. Let's keep up that energy. Keep up on the waiver wire. Keep up the shit talking. All that good stuff. Until next week. Thank you, Egan. I appreciate you, and we'll do it next
thanks for
week.
having me.
See you guys. That's awesome.